so they're saying it might be the biggest tsunami of illegal immigration ever. That's what the consensus opinion seems to be right now, even among those in the press who don't want to talk about this issue just because it's so clear. Understand that right now, Title 42 is used to turn back about half of the illegal immigrants and those who are apprehended at our border crossing into this country illegally, and to turn them away. Single adult males, for example, are quite easily turned away at the border in many circumstances under Title 42 authority. Family units, women, children, that's more complicated, but there have been a lot of people who have been turned away under this. Well, guess what? That's about to change. The Biden administration knows it, and they're not going to do much, if anything, of anything to stop it. In fact, I think you could argue quite clearly they like this state of affairs. Here's the Washington Post and the coming influx of migrants. In preparation for a possible post-Title 42 border rush, the Department of Homeland Security has enlisted Federal Emergency Management Administration officials, FEMA, to help prepare for as many as 18,000 migrants per day. That volume would be nearly 3 times the current pace of arrivals. Now, let's be quite clear, my friend. That would completely overwhelm them. The Border Patrol is already stretched to the limit. There are hundreds of thousands of gotaways that are currently, over the last 6 months or so, have been able to get through the border without even being apprehended. That's gotaways. And you have massive numbers of illegal entrants into the country on a monthly basis. This means that there's a lot of fentanyl also flowing into the border. It is porous, it is lawless, it is anarchic down at the U.S.-Mexico border right now. That's the reality of it. But they don't care in this Biden administration because they want to kick the doors wide open, even wider than they've been. So here is, for example, Secretary of State Blinken, on Biden rescinding Title 42. It's about the science. Watch.
When it comes to Title 42, all along we've been following the science. That's what this is about. So when the CDC and others conclude that the science doesn't warrant that, as is now happening, then we'll take action. Here's my focus, and the Vice President's focus as well. We're focused on making sure that people throughout our hemisphere have opportunities at home going forward, so they're not faced with this really hard choice of leaving everything behind and trying to come to the United States.
Oh, yes, the root causes, that's going to work really well. Sure, people that think they can get into America and get benefits right away, even if they're non-citizens and here illegally, because Democrats want to give them that, they're going to stay in Nicaragua if only we give a little more foreign aid or something. This is lunacy. It's, of course, also what Vice President Kamala Harris was pushing when she was the border czar. You don't hear much about that anymore. Meanwhile, what is the Biden administration going to actually do about this? I mean, they know the numbers are coming. They know it's going to be massive. Well, they could just lie to you and say that the numbers really aren't that big of illegal crossings and it's just something that's happening, that always happens. Here's the OMB director, for example, saying that border crossings are, where they historically have been. Watch.
Look, we have a pattern of migration, and we are preparing to ramp up for a traditional pattern of additional people coming across the border.
My question is, well, do you support eliminating Title 42 deportation authority?
I don't have a personal opinion. I believe we, from a resource position, are putting forth enough money to deal with a historic pattern.
Historic pattern. It's not historic. It's historic in it being the all-time high.
Don't miss American Scandal, Hunter Biden. A new First TV exclusive special hosted by Buck Sexton. Available right now only on the First TV app.